is day 2 here at X Games Norway, plays host to our first official final of the day. It's the women's ski big air, and it starts right now. What's up and happening, everybody? Brandon Graham alongside X Games gold medalist Tom Walsh. And Tom, I hope you're ready to see some hardware handed out here tonight.
I am very much looking forward to it. We got the women up first, and nowadays in women's ski big air, these girls are doing double corks. We got 900s, 1080s. It is so progressive. It's one of my favorite events to watch. So I'm really looking forward
here's
to
a look at this roster. No shortage of gold medal talent here today.
So right now, one girl I really like is Sara Hofland. She did great at X Games, Olympic gold medalist. She can spin both way double corks. That's a huge hit as well. Switzerland's Juliana Tano. She's got the forward double cork 10. She's the only woman to ever do a double cork on a scaffolding big air, the setup that we have here tonight.
Yeah, we'll get to that in just a second. But Sara Hofland, as you were saying, what a year she has had.
Such a good year. This girl is so talented. She's a late bloomer, got into the scene a little late. She actually has a degree in neuroscience.
So moonlighting as a professional skier.
Moonlighting as a professional skier. She won the gold medal at the Olympics out there in South Korea. There's Tiril, who is the defending scaffolding Norwegian champion. So 2 years ago at this event in Oslo, skied really well. She's back on snow after a few tough injuries, and she could be looking to put it down.
Absolutely. Tiril already has 2 gold medals to her X Games career. Could a third be in store? Just a look at this monstrosity of a big air scaffolding jump. Walk us through it, Tom.
This thing is huge. Look at all the metal it takes to build this. It's 200 feet tall. They're gonna be starting, they take an elevator all the way to the top. In runs 220 feet long, 67 meters for the rest of the world. And then what I like about this jump specifically is how wide the lip is, how wide the in run is. They got more than enough speed. There's no shortage of speed. They're gonna be jumping all the way, I think it's 70 feet, 90 feet, all the way to the sweet spot where they're going to be landing.
But let's talk about the format, very specific to this event.
A little bit different this year. In Aspen, we had spin left or right. Here at X Games Norway, you got to spin 2 different directions. So what that entails is either one left and one right, or one left and one switch. And switch, for those of you who don't know, is backwards. So dropping into the skis butt first. Dropping in on the skis butt first.
So there you see it. We've got our 7 athletes, 3 runs each, 2 best runs count.
This is gonna take a little bit of strategy. So for those of you that don't know, with 3 runs, best 2 jumps counting with 2 different directions. There's our judges. Those guys are having fun.
That's not a photo, by the way. Mike Atkinson and the boys getting ready to set this thing off as we're coming to you from the Obos Big Air venue. And there's a look at our start list, kicking things off out of Austria. A rookie in the field, Lara Wolf, just 18 years old.
X Games rookie. The crowd is really starting to build up too. These girls are pumped and ready to go.
Now, it's always tough because it generally happens by default. If you don't have an X Games experience to your name, generally you're gonna go off the top. Talk to us about the nerves of being the first person to drop in an X Games final as a rookie, no less.
As a rookie too, at the top of this ramp when the whole crowd is down there and like cheering for you and getting going. I mean, you don't know what that experience is like until you've done it. And she's at the top right now. I'm sure she's shaking in her boots a little bit. It is intimidating. This is what you've looked up to your whole life. Dropping in, switch, 540 with the tail grab, and a good first landing for her. It's not the most technically difficult trick we're gonna see all night, but cleanly executed. The judges are looking to see you grab that ski, getting right out to the tail of the ski there, landing it nice and clean, maybe a little bit backseat, but it's only a 540. It's just warming up for us. We're gonna see 720s, 900s, tons of big rotations, but really nice and smooth way to start it off. Pretty good for her first drop in ever.
No doubt about that. Let's remember Lara Wolf competing in Pyeongchang at the Olympics just a few months ago, finished 16th in ski slopestyle. So we talk about being nervous at the X Games. This is as good as it gets, but she did represent her country on that world stage.
Very true, very true.
So here's Zuzana Stromkova, also making her X Games debut, 27 years old.
Whoa, going with the rodeo. I love that trick. Not a lot of girls doing the rodeo 9 like that, the way she flows, rolls over the front of it. That was a cool trick.
And the natural left side spinner already making history in her first drop-in as the first Slovakian to ever compete in an X Games ski discipline.
And not a bad way to start it off. The grab wasn't held quite as long as she could have done, but what a cool rotation. Not a lot of women out there doing the rodeo and just really starting off with a bang for the first Slovakian ever.
So after Wolf posts that 32.33, what does Stromkova have in score? A 37.3.
That's a good score for her first X Games rookie coming out here. Rodeo 9 like that off the bat. And now with this format, has 2 more jumps to land 1 more trick for the best 2 scores that she needs to do well here.
Next to drop in our lone South American skier in the field, Dominique Oaxaca.
Skied pretty well at X Games Aspen. Coming in here with the cork 720, so spinning to the left side there. Nice, smooth, another smaller rotation, just the 720, but a nice, smooth trick. Going for the safety grab, kind of freaking out in the air a little bit there, a little bit opening up. Judges want to see you compose. They don't want to see your arms flailing, like her arm is above her head.
And it should be noted, Oaxaca just missed out on the podium in her X Games debut in Aspen, finished in 4th place.
She did. See what score she gets. A 27, so with the left side spin, we'll look to see something to the right or switch out of her in the jumps to come.
So 3 riders in to our 7-woman final. Up next, a bronze medalist in slopestyle in Aspen 2018 this year, Jenny Lieberman.
This girl's got really good style, really good on rails. Let's see what she can do on the jumps. Switch, right side 720 with the tail grab. Coming down and landing it clean.
And electing for no poles, Tom.
Yeah, another thing. So the girls and guys have the chance. Poles, no poles. It's kind of a style preference. Whether you like the look of the poles, it's more of a classic ski look, or the no poles gives you better ability to grab. You can wear bigger mittens. You can kind of keep your arms a little bit more stylish. And that was a nice one for her. Getting the tail grab and switch trick right off the bat.
Jenny Lee, by the way, 15 years old. A high school freshman.
She's half my age.
So a 34.66 for the teenager, jumping her up into 2nd place.
Great score right off the bat. 2 more jumps to go. It's a good way to start it off. All these girls, consistent jumps. We haven't seen a fall yet, not to jinx them. It's been incredibly well done so far.
That's a great point, because when we see these riders out in Aspen, it's a natural jump, something that you can find anywhere in the world. A scaffolding jump's a totally different ball game, but so far, these skiers having no problem with it here in the final. And weather also a factor. Wind doesn't seem to be blowing, but it's warm out there, Tom.
Very warm out there. A little bit of wind, but definitely very warm. And there it is, the double cork.
My goodness!
The first double cork of the day for the women. And wow, puts it down. First run out of the gate, Julia Tanna. Wow.
Julia leaves no doubt about it.
Right into it, you can look. She gets the grab and immediately starts looking back to the sky, looking for the landing. Barely squeaks those tips around. That was a close call. Just looking back, opening up, and brings her feet under her.
So controlled in the air, Tom.
Wow, double cork 1080. Gets the landing smooth and skis right out of it. There's her coach down there, excited for her. Great work.
A 47 for Julia. She takes over the top spot. And I'll tell you right now, Tom, that single score may be tough to beat here today.
I think so. That was one of the more difficult tricks we can see the girls doing at all.
But here is one woman who could potentially challenge for that. Sara Hofland, an X Games gold medal, an Olympic gold medal in slopestyle. This stage is not too big for the 27-year-old.
She's got great tricks. She did great at the X Games in Aspen, utilizing both switchway spinnings. She's coming in, looking over the left shoulder, switch, rodeo 540. We've seen her do that trick as a double cork. I'm not sure if she was setting up for that or she's taking it easy off the bat, but switch left side, rodeo 540 with the safety grab. This is one she's gone over twice. It looks like maybe she's just taking it easy on the first jump, warming up into it, gets the landing. That's gonna be a score. There's a lot of like strategy coming into play today with 2 jumps, counting out of only 3 tries. You really can't fall much. You gotta put it all down.
Well, someone who knows something about strategy and game planning, Sara Hofland has a degree in neuroscience, worked briefly for a pharmaceutical firm in the United Kingdom before deciding to want to ski full time.
Skiing was maybe a little bit more fun. I don't know. Maybe she really loved it. It's very impressive.
So a 30.66 for Hofland.
Here we go, the Norwegian. The crowd is gonna be loving this one. She's got the white pants on. It's kind of a Tupac look. I don't know what you got for there.
All eyes on me, Taril Shostak, Christy Onsen, trying to add to her 4 X Games medals.
Going with the left side 540 right off the bat, nice and smooth, trying to get a score down, I think, and gets that one clean. Showing off for the home crowd. We got bobbleheads in the crowd. This girl is huge around here.
And really the veteran of this field, Tom. This is her 5th X Games appearance. So well balanced in both slopestyle and big air. She's won both of those events in the past.
Definitely. Always a girl to watch out for. She's had some injuries over the year, but it's great to see her back at the X Games skiing.
So a 33.33. Good enough for 4th, but again, right now it's about knocking out that first solid score. And wouldn't you guess it, Tom? Nobody falls on their first run. Wow. So again, you talk about strategy, you talk about putting things in place. Everyone's stomping out that score. Now they know where the bar is set, but Julia Tano absolutely putting the entire field on notice right out the gate.
10 points above everybody else.
Scary how good she is. More from X Games Norway right after this. Three years of X Games Norway, and it just keeps getting better. We return to Oslo after a 2-year hiatus. Of course, the inaugural X Games Oslo in 2016, and we welcome you back to day 2 here of X Games Norway 2018. Run number 2 kicks off now in the women's ski big air final, and Tom Wallish, wow. Julia Tano just put the entire field on notice in run 1.
Definitely did. A 47, 10 points above the next highest score in the first run. And that's saying a lot considering we had 8 women all land jumps in the first run. 8 landed jumps. Amazing to see these girls ski. Coming back to the top, Laura Wolf here. Good jump off the bat. She's got to spin a different direction on this one. Let's see what she got. Coming in left side, cork 7, getting a little bit backseat and just falling over on that one. She's gonna have to save it for the 3rd.
Ooh, Wolf sits down on that one. It looked
good in the air.
Right
she gets
in the air, and then what happens? Just a balance issue, huh?
Just a little bit backseat, and that landing comes at you quick. There's a lot of impact, and when you're not ready for it, your legs go out. You gotta be strong, and she's gonna have to look for run 3 on that one.
So a small score, but again, because she's the first one to drop in here on run number 2, she moves up 1 spot. So we're in the midst of run 2 here in the women's ski big air final. Here's Zuzanca Stromkova. She's sitting in 2nd place, had that very strong 37.33 right out the gate.
There she is with the 720 to the left and just going down on that one. She started right out of the gate with the Rodeo 900 and now here going for the 720, spinning to the left, getting the grab, and just kind of, just like we saw, getting a little bit backseat here on the landing, just putting the butt down, and then it's all over from there.
Well, maybe landings were contagious in run 1. We hope not for the opposite here in run 2, as we've now seen 2 falls to start things off.
Yeah, not great. We saw all landed runs, but now everybody's going for maybe their different directions.
Very good
point.
point.
With the format here, you got to spin left and right or left and switch left. You got to spin either left and right or backwards and forwards. So it makes it tough for these girls who might have a really good trick one way, but have to showcase an unnatural spin or a switch spin. So maybe we saw all the goods out of the bat, and now they're gonna take 2 tries with the rest of their runs to try to land that harder trick of theirs.
Well, there's just an unreal view of the Obos Big Air venue. Dominique Oaxaca out of Santiago, Chile, sitting in 7th place. Has that 27 to her name.
Coming in switch on this one, so a little something different. Looking over the left shoulder, switch, left 900 and gets it. That was a nice one for her. The switch 900 with the mute grab and stomping the landing. The crowd liked that one.
Yeah, absolutely stomping this one.
Oh, getting the grab. Look at her reaching down, gets the mute grab, holds it, opens up at the end, puts the landing gear down, and rides it out smooth.
Very clean. So after posting that 27, we expect another solid score here, and just by default, it will bump her up into the top spot.
Definitely, that's gonna be a good score there. 2 landed tricks, our first girl so far with 2 landed tricks, so that's gonna be a great score.
A 40 for Dominique, wow. So 67 overall.
That is our 2nd highest single jump score of the day. So other than Julia, who we saw do the double cork 1080, that's the 2nd best trick the judges have seen. So I think we might see a lot more attempts at 900s, 1080s, bigger spins, starting with this girl out of Sweden, very young.
Yes, 15 years old. Bermansen earned a bronze in slope style in Aspen earlier this year.
Smooth skiing, known for a lot of her rail prowess. Here, spinning switch left side 720. She went right side on the first one and mirroring it now on the 2nd jump. Just kind of washing out on that landing. I love this double grab she goes for, grabbing left hand tail, then reaching out for the safety. Just kind of puts a hand down and kind of spins around in the landing. She's kind of swimming along there with the hands on the ground, but she's gonna look to clean that one up, I think, if she wants to get another 34.
So 666 puts her into 4th place, a 41.32. Will have to clean that up on her 3rd and final attempt. Again, only 3 attempts here. You've got to lay it all out on the line. Someone who did just that, Julia Tano, came out swinging. Now she can get creative here, Tom.
Definitely. She's got 2 jumps now. She's got a 47 on her first jump and 2 more jumps to land a trick of a different direction. So that's a lot of chances. Coming in switch, looking over the left shoulder. Switch, 900. Oh! Puts the butt down, but still lands it. Going for just the safety grab there. This is the same trick that we just saw. The switch 900, not a mute grab. This is a safety grab. So a little bit easier of a grab, kind of got the legs spread, reaches down, gets the grab, comes around, and here's what we saw. Just a little butt check. Holding on to it though, not too bad. She was really able to muscle that one out.
We've never seen Julia finish worse than 4th in an X Games. So after that 47 on run number 1, we'll see how the judges score this one, a 17, so a 64. Good enough for 2nd place, but Julia, you can only go up from here. You clean that up and you might just get right back up into the top spot.
Definitely, just really docking her. The judges are looking for all these girls to put it down smooth and to get the grabs, and that just wasn't up to snuff.
So here's Sara Hofland, who looked good on run number 1, but just because of the contest flow is now back into 7th place. But a solid score here will completely change that game.
Looking over the right shoulder, switch, right side. Oh, big 720 with the mute grab and getting the landing.
That was huge.
So she spun over the left shoulder, switched left on the first. Here she is spinning the opposite way, switch over the right shoulder. Only a 720, a little bit lower rotation for her. We know she's got 1080s in the bag, but just wanted to get this one down. Look at that grab, the extension, holding the ski way out there, opening up for the landing and setting it down smooth. So another girl with 2 well-landed jumps. Those are gonna add up, and that'll give her a good placement going into run 3.
Yeah, keeps her hands off the snow as well. So a 30.66 on run number 1. As she awaits the judges' score on her 2nd attempt in our 3-run final. A 39, a 69.66. Nice. Sara Hofland taking over the top spot.
I think more than anything, the judges really liking that grab. A lot of the girls grab quickly and let go so far. She held that grab, showed a lot of style, a lot of prowess and understanding of the rotation. And that's hard to do, to hold the grab that long and accentuate it like that. And they're really rewarding her for that.
To real showstock Christy Onsen. She has medaled in all 4 of her X Games starts. We expect nothing less from her here tonight. Scored a 33.33 on her first attempt.
Excited to be here in front of the Norwegian crowd. They got the bobble, or the faces of her out there in the crowd, the big heads. Here she is going with the right side, 900, and gets the landing.
And you can just hear this crowd get a little bit louder when Tyrrell drops in.
It's a lot louder in the background. Just listening to them. They're excited for the Norwegian. Here she is, right side 900, reaching back for the tail grab.
But doesn't get the grab, Tom.
Oh, just at the end there, briefly,
get it? Yeah, get
just briefly. But again, tickling that grab. Look at her reaching for it. And this is what we were talking about.
At this point,
Sara,
I don't think it's happening, but she does get the fingers, as you said, a little tickle.
Little tickle. Sara really accentuated that grab. That's what set her apart. We'll see what the judges think. She's already got a 33 and a smooth trick there. She's going to be moving up. She's already walking away. She knows it was good.
Again, Hofland with that 69.66, currently in gold medal position. As we wrap up run number 2.
Judges are thinking about this one. They're
lack
taking the
of
time.
A full grab has got to be at the top of their list, huh?
They have the ability to look these things over and really slow things down to know what to score it.
So a 29.33 there. Interesting. So that puts her into 4th place. And with that, run 2 officially in the books. There you see Norwegian superstar snowboarder Celia Norendal. She's coming up in just a little bit. And I can't believe it, Tom Wallish. There's only one more run to go in this final, and it's right now Sara Hofland setting the pace.
She is doing great, using style and good grabs to make a name for herself. But Julia's got the doubles. We're gonna see a lot in run 3 here. I'm looking forward to it.
It all comes down to this 3rd and final run. Who wins X Games gold? We find out right after this. So we kick things off on our 3rd and final runs with Lara Wolf, who's making her X Games debut. Has looked good so far today, especially on that first run. Can she catch some magic and put it down when it matters most?
This is it, coming into the last run. All on the line. A lot of these girls have at least one good score, especially her. She just needs to back it up with score number 2. So a different direction, a different rotation in order to get another score and make it all come together for that final.
And Tom, just to give this thing some perspective, if she were to replicate her same first run score, she'd put herself in bronze medal position.
Whoa, and there she is with the left side 720. She fell on that in run number 2 and putting it down there, run number 3 when it all matters. Coming off the lip, left side, getting the grab. Let's see, let's slow it down and take a look. Oh yeah, getting the grab, capping it. Comes around, she was a little backseat in run number 1 or 2 there, but she's really getting it here, riding out. I think the judges are gonna like that one. She's got both different directions, so showcasing that ability and pulling that one together, a little backseat. A lot of muscle in the core there, really pulling it up.
So that knocks out the left 4.33, but just how much is it going to push her up? Right now, Julia Tano in 3rd place. No longer a 33, so that's 65.33, enough to put her into 3rd place. But again, 6 more skiers still to drop in here for their final run.
A lot of action still to go, and the girls that have the highest score so far on their one single jump are gonna keep coming at you. Next up, we got Tyrrell out of Norway. This is the one the crowds are very excited for, and she's really gonna have to throw it all down here.
Showstock Christy Onsen. This is someone we expected to contend for a gold medal. She's sitting in 5th place right now.
Going again for the right side, 900. It looks like she might have got the grab better that time.
Yeah.
She had a little trouble tickling the grab in run number 2, and here she is going right side 900 again and reaching down, and it looks like she got that one a lot more solid.
We got to see this one more time, but just talk to the crowds at home of how imperative it is to get that grab, those minute details. That's everything the judges are looking for.
Definitely. So that's what separates this sport from a lot of other types of skiing. When you're grabbing and keeping your arms down, it shows style, control, how good you are at the technical moves. So anybody maybe could do the 900, but to add the flavor and the style and the comfort into it, that's what these grabs show in the rotation.
So we think that's cleaner than what we saw in run 2, which scored her a 29.33.
I think that's definitely going to be an improvement, but will it be big enough to take a step up all the way to the top?
A 40 for Tariel, taking over gold medal position.
She seems a little surprised herself. That grab, though, was that much better in the judges' eyes. She tickled it so much. I think they just really wanted to see her get it.
Well, and clearly that speaks to the trick and the judges really liking that. So seeing her come back to it, clean it up, it's something they were looking for, and she gets rewarded for it. Again, still some more skiers to drop in that could shake things up, but for now, she's in first place.
Here we go.
Jenny Lieberman, 15 years old, the youngest competitor in our field, sitting in 6th place.
Drop it in switch over the left shoulder, going switch left, 720 with the double grab. I think the judges are really gonna like that one. Showing so much style. You can watch the way this girl skis. She keeps her feet and her body cool, calm, and comfortable, getting the tail grab. Right there, gets the tail grab, and then switches it up, reaches for the safety grab. Look at how her feet are together. So smooth, so comfortable in the air, and it really shows in her skiing. Spinning switch right side on her first jump, which scored well, and that's gonna be a definite improvement on her switch left side score. So between both of those jumps, we could see another change on that leaderboard up top.
Will absolutely knock out a run 2 score. Wow, a 43, and we have a new leader once again, the 15-year-old taking over the top spot.
All the way up to the top. The judges are looking at these grabs and they are loving it. You've got to show that style.
Again, amazing that she's in first place on these 3rd and final runs, but the advantage of the Sara Hoflands and the Julia Tanos of the world, who we expect to be there to drop in last. They get to see what everyone's doing, so they know exactly what they need to put down.
Very true. The advantage of this format for anybody that has a good jump early is the ability to watch the competition and change your jumps based on what's going down.
So here's Zuzana Stromkova sitting in 7th.
Going for the left side, 720 again, and she's kind of landed it. Another backseat landing, and from what we've seen so far, these judges really want to see you perfect. They want to see you landing and grabbing nice and smooth and riding out clean.
And that's one thing, Tom, not to cut you off, but Jenny Lee, that's what I love about her sticking that 3rd and final run. Yeah, she doesn't have a huge lead, but now she's forcing the girls behind her to actually land tricks and elevate those tricks.
Definitely. I mean, going for the 720 there, there's not much you can do. She's just coming up a little backseat. It's going to be a big deduction, but a good 37 on that first run. I mean, she really, it was anybody's game here today. We got so much talent, so many good first runs, that all the runs afterward have been really exciting.
And let's not forget, it's Zuzana's first X Games appearance ever.
She's just excited to be here. I mean,
No
who wouldn't
doubt.
be? This crowd, being in Oslo, skiing like this in front of all the TV cameras all around the world, people are tuning in. It's pretty fun.
And then there were three skiers to drop in for their final attempts. Up next, Sara Hofland. She's sitting in 3rd. She has 2 makes, but she's got to up the ante right here.
Coming in forward, going for the misty 720 and landing it clean. Another smooth one for her. We're used to seeing the double corks out of her. And from what I saw, let's see, when we see here, she's going misty. So a lot of the girls have been going cork or upright. She's one of the only girls flipping forward. You're going over the table, if you would, and rolling over your front shoulder. Only one really doing that kind of rotation other than the Rodeo 9 that we saw. That's just a different access. So Judges are looking for creativity and variety. They don't want to see every girl doing the same thing. So if you can stand out, that's big.
8 points the difference between Hofland and Bermonsen for first place.
Sara also, we're used to seeing the double corks out of her, but she had a crash in practice, and I think she might just be taking it a little bit easier, doing tricks she knows she can land, not trying to risk it too much. But still, she's sitting up there in third. She's doing what she needs to do today with the conditions.
So a 27.66 for Hofland, and that puts her into that bronze medal spot, at least temporarily, a 69.66 overall.
Few more to girls to go, so a lot can change, but you know, sitting well so far. A lot of stuff happening in this third and final run.
So here's Oaxaca, now in 4th place, had a 40 on her previous attempt.
Left side, cork 720 again. She's just getting that landing again with the safety grab, and nice and smooth. A lot of 720s. And slow it down. She's going left side. There you can see how big that gap is. The death gap in the middle, over the pit. Opening up again. This is the jump we saw in run number 1.
Yes, where she went left,
stretching
right.
a little bit. So
does
like
she improve here? Does this best her 27 from run 1?
It's tough to say. Her arms are a bit more controlled. The landing is smooth. Maybe a hand down there. It could be an improvement. I'm not sure if it's going to be a massive improvement, but she only needs a couple more points to get up into that 3rd place. She only needs 2 more points to catch up to Hoffman there.
Oh, and she's unable to do it, a 25.66. So the judges not liking it as much as her first run, and she will finish off the podium.
It's tough, but they got to nitpick. Everything from the small hand drag to the opening up and the stretching with the arms, everything's got to be perfect for those good scores.
So Terrell and Jenny Lieberman are now at least promised a medal, as our last skier is set to drop in. Julia Tano put down that ridiculous 47 right out the gate, trying to replace a 17.
First trick was one of the best tricks we've seen in women's big air. I mean, the double cork 1080, double corks of any kind are so difficult. She's one of the only girls, the only girl today doing it, one of the only girls in the world. There's only 4 or 5 of the girls in the world doing this, and now she's got to do a different direction. So she did the switch 9, a little bit of a butt check. She's gonna need to do that switch 9 again and just get it perfect. If she can get the landing on that one perfect, she's gold medal guaranteed. That is such a good combination of tricks. If she can do it, it's gonna be the run of her life right here. Let's see if she's got it.
It all comes down to this for Julia Tano.
Oh, just going switch 5, playing it safe, but it could be enough, I don't know. Nice and smooth, switch 540, switched it up from the switch 900 that we saw in run number 2 there, and played it a little bit easy, trying to get a good score with the judges. Switch 5, grabbing the safety.
13.67 points is the difference for Julia Tano between 6th and 1st place right now.
You know, that's a good trick, but relatively easy one, the 540. But again, we've seen some 540s. Terrell had a 540 that scored well in her run. We haven't seen too many crazy tricks, so with the 47, which is by far the highest score we've seen all day, if she can improve on that 17, she could move right up into there. Judges are thinking about it, debating.
This is that moment where the last person you want to be is a judge. When it all comes down to this, a little strategy in play for Julia Tano. She didn't need anything massive. It was just purely a numbers game. Was it enough to take Julia out of 6th place and move her into podium contention and potentially win this thing outright for her first ever X Games gold?
They're thinking about it. A lot of discussion going on, taking a look at the replays, making sure she got the grab, how it all looked, comparing everything, talking about the other jumps that the other girls had. There's a lot going on at the top of the podium there. Was that enough? The scores are getting figured out. All the girls are down watching, waiting for the score to come in. She's debating, did I do enough? Was the grab good enough? What do the judges think? She's really trying to figure this all out as the judges tally up the score.
A 26.66, so enough to get her on the podium, but not enough to get into first place. And with that, Bermonsen, the youngest skier in the field, earns her very first X Games gold medal.
Wow, what a way to finish it off. Jenny Lee's got the medal on already. There's Tyrell, the local Norwegian, excited to be on the podium. And Julia getting up there, second place. Silver medal, still a good way to walk out of there with the double 10 too. It was a great day for women's skiing.
Wow, Jenny Lieberman, after earning a bronze medal in Aspen just a few months ago in her X Games debut, takes the top spot here at X Games Norway. Wow. Well, let's head down to Jack Mitrani, who's with our gold medalist.
Jenny, congratulations, your first ever X Games medal. How special is this moment for you right now?
I can't even describe it. I'm so stoked.
Speechless.
Yeah.
I would be too. It came down to your third run. What was going through your mind at the top of that scaffolding up there?
I just wanted to stomp my run, and I did, and I'm so stoked about it. And walking with, like, I can't even speak. It's so special.
Well, congratulations, Norway. Give it up one more time for Jenny Lieberman. Congratulations.
Wow, Tom Wallish, how impressed are you by the 9th grader out of Sweden winning her very first X Games gold medal?
Well, when you put it like that, that is amazing. She is fun to watch, and I'd say more than anything today, she made skiing look smooth. She made it look stylish, good grabs, smooth skiing, and she did what she needed to do, came out on top.
So Jenny Lieberman takes the gold, but we're just getting started here. Day 2, X Games Norway. Right after this, women's snowboard big air finals live from the Obo's Big Air venue. You don't want to miss it. So much more action. X Games Norway. Stick around.
Disappointed because we hyped up how big it was going to be.
The women's ski big air final in the books here at X Games Norway. And it's time to give out some medals. Tom Wallish, always a fun time, representing countries, getting some hardware. This is what it's all about.
So exciting. Tyrell skiing here today in front of the Norwegian crowd. Look at her, she's got the flag. Almost fell trying to get up onto the podium there, so might have to start calling these podium steps.
Man, if you're falling and you're not even if the event's over and you're falling, watch out. Tyrell, Showstock, Christy Onsen, her 5th X Games medal. Wow. Just a terrific career thus far for the 23-year-old, as you said, to be able to earn one in front of the home country.
Those are big medals, too. Look at those.
I think they're extra big this year.
Extra big this year. Very exciting in front of the home country. The 900 there on run number 3, getting the grab, putting it down in front of everybody. Very, very exciting. It was a really fun final run there for these girls.
And what can you say? Julia Tano, who really came correct on run number 1, had the opportunity to potentially win the thing outright on her 3rd attempt, wasn't able to do it, has to settle for a silver medal. But that's her first silver of her X Games career, the best finish she's ever had here at X Games.
Such an amazing first jump. She had the double cork, 1080, the only double cork we saw out of the women today. And then I think she wanted to just play it extra safe there at the end, going for the switch 540. Instead of the 900, if she did the 9, she would have won the gold.
And
she
let's
needed
not
the 9.
forget, this is such a huge moment for her this year. She broke her humerus bone, if you remember, in Aspen during practice, wasn't able to compete, missed the Olympics as well. This is a big deal for Julia here today.
Coming back and getting a medal, especially, you know, here, I mean, it's great.
And then there had to be one, 15 years old. She was the youngest athlete at X Games Aspen 2018 at just 15 and a half years. Got that bronze medal. And now, today, we're putting gold around her neck.
very exciting, very stylish. Going with the grab combinations and both-way spinnings is what led to the gold medal here. The judges were just looking for the girls to put it down, to get the grabs, put it down smooth, and land it like that.
So the young Swede takes home the gold.
Just and a skateboard.
Just to put things into perspective, we've contested women's ski big air 5 times at X Games. This is the 5th different winner we've ever had. It's true when we say this event is wide open every single year.
Big air is like that, especially amongst these girls. It depends on the day, who's got a trick that year, who's healthy. It's exciting every time. You really never know which girl's gonna win.
And the progression just got pushed that much further here today. Sometimes you worry when it comes to these rosters at any given events, how many are gonna be able to make it out. Those who are competing in slopestyle in big air, they have a decision to make. To see 7 ladies out here absolutely stomping runs and that all culminate with this podium, really special out here today.
Just a beautiful day. 70 degrees here in Norway. Sun is shining, and these girls just threw down.
See Jack Matroni helping our athletes down. So that's gonna do it for women's ski big air, but we're just getting started here today, Tom Walsh. We got a concert coming right up Dagny. Can't wait to watch that. You can see there in the background where that stage is gonna be set. The fans starting to get over there. And oh boy, we're just getting started on this big air ramp. So much more to come. Men's ski big air, of course, men's snowboard big air, and women's snowboard big air after the concert. So much still to come here on day 2 of X Games Norway.